Hello, my fellow broke aristocrats. Today we're talking about healthy, inexpensive things that you can have around your home that actually improve your health. I've been wanting to do these types of videos for a while, and I think I might actually make it a regular thing that we talk about here on Broke Aristocrats. For those of you who've never seen me on Broke Aristocrats before, basically what we do here on this channel is we help people stay healthy, live the good life, and hopefully do it frugally without breaking the bank. And we try to cover topics about common sense and little tips that you can incorporate, hopefully, that can improve your health. So today I decided to just cover three things that are inexpensive that can have a dramatic impact on your health or can really benefit you health-wise. And one of them, the first tip, the first thing that you can begin to incorporate to improve your health is wild crafted, and that is dandelion. Dandelion is the first herb that I chose to talk about in this series. And the reason why I want to talk about dandelion is because dandelion grows wild in many parts of the United States. It's considered a pest and it's been maligned. People, when they think about dandelion, they think about it as kind of this unimportant weed that you just have to kind of get rid of. And it has a tap root, it has a deep root, so when you try and pull dandelion up, it just stimulates it to grow more dandelions. Dandelion is in a family of plants called Compositae. It's also known as Asteraceae. It's an aster plant, and it looks like the sun. And so there's this idea that if you look at what's called the doctrine of signatures, plants often take on many of the characteristics of the thing that it looks like. And so for that reason, dandelion was considered a sunny plant, or a plant that made people happy. It's best harvested in the springtime, and that is the time when the leaves taste the most tender. I remember I was watching an episode of Depression Cooking. The woman has since passed away, and she showed people how they would harvest dandelion leaves in the springtime during the Depression, and then they would add a little olive oil and a little lemon juice, and they would make a salad from it. And I've absolutely done that myself. Best time to harvest the leaves is in the springtime, because you do get that nice flavor. In the wintertime, the roots are harvested. They are cleaned and then soaked, usually in vodka, and those are turned into what's called a tincture. You really want to put them someplace quiet and dark, and a mason jar is fine, in that vodka for about 3 weeks. Just wash the plant. You can take the whole plant, roots and leaves and all, in the fall. And that is actually a medicine that's been used for a couple of things. For starters, it's a bitter tonic, so we can take it to help us digest our food. It's also considered a lymphagogue and an diuretic, so people that may feel like they're a little swollen or they have a little bit of water weight gain would take dandelion leaf for that reason. The leaf is used, and to some extent the roots as well. In terms of the nutritional benefits of dandelion, it contains rich amounts of vitamin C and calcium, and so it was a great free way to gather up those greens and get all those antioxidants. And it doesn't cost any money, it just takes the time to gather it. So dandelion by far wins the award for the cheapest and best medicine you can have. Like I said, just go and grab some up in the springtime or in the fall and make a tincture or eat it as a salad. You can also saute it the way the Greeks do, in a little bit of olive oil, garlic and onions, and then that was mixed into a goat's yogurt and served with rustic bread. And it's also considered very delicious to have it that way. Okay, the second herb that I wanted to talk about was ginger. Ginger, you can buy it fresh or you can buy it ground. Either way, it works really, really great. When ginger is chopped up and boiled, it can be drunk as a tea. This is very effective for people who are suffering from nausea. In fact, research has shown that ginger is so effective for nausea, it's been used beneficially for people who are pregnant. They will have ginger tea for nausea when they're pregnant. But it's also been given to people who are suffering from nausea due to medical treatments, or if they're suffering from cancer, oncologists will often recommend cancer patients drink a little bit of ginger tea to help with nausea, upset stomach, gas, bloating, nausea. Those are the reasons why people will drink a ginger tea. You can buy a box of ginger tea, or like I said, you can buy it fresh, ground as well. Usually it goes great with a little bit of lemon and honey, and very soothing for the stomach. People have also made ginger candies. For pregnant women, simple carbohydrates can often take away nausea, so gingerbread cookies, believe it or not, and ginger snaps work really nice for women who suffer from nausea during pregnancy. The last thing I wanted to leave you with was chamomile tea. It's one of the first herbs I learned about when I was a young girl learning about herbs. Chamomile is in a class of herbs called a nervine, and that is because research shows that chamomile is calming. It has a calming effect. Making a cup of chamomile when you're extremely upset, or when you're stressed out, or if you're having trouble relaxing and sleeping, it's, again, not particularly expensive medicine. You could grow wild chamomile and harvest, or you can harvest wild chamomile. I've certainly done that. Or you can simply buy a box of it and keep it in your home and use it anytime you're feeling stressed. Lavender goes really well also, I was going to say, with chamomile. You can either buy a combination chamomile and lavender mixed, or again, if you are growing flowers, you can grow lavender and chamomile both, and together they make a wonderful calming tea. People also make tincture of chamomile. Again, using usually an alcohol like vodka. They will take chamomile, dry or fresh, put it in that alcohol mason jar, stick it somewhere quiet and dark for 3 weeks so that the active constituents of the plant can be extracted out. And then they will take a couple teaspoons of that extracted chamomile to help with stress and anxiety. Okay, so those were just 3 cheap, inexpensive things that I just came up with off the top of my head that don't cost a lot of money, that improve your health. I will definitely be talking about these things in the future. And if you'd like to find out more about staying healthy without breaking the bank, be sure and share, like, subscribe. You know the drill. And tell me what you're doing to take care of yourself without breaking the bank. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.